Oh, there we go, right in the wood. Decent little fish. Hey folks, Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. I'm out here in my local lake, and guys, it's been a week since I played with some fish on the beds, and they're gone. Cold night. I shouldn't say cold night, cool night. That's a nice little fish. On a shaky head. Literally the first cast I threw with a shaky head. I don't see them on the beds. I know they're up there. I've seen them cruising, but they may have backed off a little bit. Who knows what goes on during the spawn, pre-spawn. This is a crazy time, but I'm just happy to get my first fish of the day because it's been about an hour. I've thrown the Ned rig, square bill, spinnerbait, swim bait, and now with the first cast on a shaky head up in some wood. First fish of the day. Let's play a little bit up on the banks. I know they're up shallow at least, so let's keep at it and see how many more we can catch. There we go. Nice. Another little shaky head fish, guys, on a little drop off by some rocks, and I'm off the banks. I'm actually in this really shallow spot way back up this creek. Only a second cast with this shaky head right here, which is really awesome. I think I've got enough strength in this line to pull him up like that. He's well hooked on that shaky head. Soft plastics, guys. I didn't do much soft plastic fishing except for popping a few off the beds last time, so this is pretty cool. There we go, got another one. That's so cool. I love a shaky head bite, I really do. That might feel like a decent fish. He came at me. Yeah, it's a nice chunky bass. Wow, this is great. Oh, he's a nice fish, cool. Good deal. He was right up on the bank. I've got this rocky little edge, and then right where the rocks meet the bank is where I threw. Pretty much, and there he was. He's not, oh, he got off. I'm gonna let him go. He had it right in the nose, but that's a decent little fish. Barely got that hook out of the little trick worm, so let's keep throwing. There we go. Nice one, guys. Nice one. Let's see if I can keep this one buttoned. Decent fish in the wood again with a shaky head. I love it. I'm glad I put on 12-pound test as my leader. It's a nice chunky fish. Way up shallow. I'm going to try and keep that routine going. I hope I can get this guy so I can show you how pretty he is. And oh, I wasn't able to get him on the first grab. Second grab is a winner. There we go. Decent fish on a shaky head, way up in some wood. Literally hit the bank, dragged it in right next to the wood, and he ate up that little zoom trick worm with little pretty orange tail on it. So let's go ahead and put him back, see if we can get this pattern going. I think that's what we're gonna be doing today. Shallow up in some wood with a shaky head. It took me about an hour to figure out the fact that these fish are not eating moving baits. I saw one guy catch a fish, a decent little fish on a spinnerbait, but I haven't seen him catch anything since. So this soft plastic deal right up shallow where there's probably some beds, there's probably some fish trying to do some stuff, but I can't see them too well back here because it's pretty darn stained compared to what this lake normally looks like. So I'm happy to just hit some key targets, hit some cover, and pop a couple bass. In the wood, got him out. I got him out. Yes, decent. Wow, that was pretty much a mirror image of the last one, getting the fish out of the wood. Again, a nice chunky bass. Let's see if I can get him. He's hooked really well. There he is. Not as big as the last one, guys, but I'm getting on some numbers. It's not a bad deal. It's a cloudy day. It's beautiful out here. This weather's absolutely great. So it's fun to be back in Maryland. It's fun to be popping some bass. Oh, nice. That was a great hit. Sweet. Guys, tell me that doesn't look familiar. Check out the wood, just fallen trees in the water and a shaky head just popping them. That's a nice fish. Really, man, this is a strong fish. It's not huge, but it's strong. Yeah, let's just do that right there. No worries on him. Beautiful. Bright, big, just red eyes on him. Just awesome, guys. So yeah, this is an interesting scenario. I really thought I was going to be bed fishing. I thought I was going to be sight fishing. I'm not doing anything close. I've kept looking as I've cruised up along these banks, and I have not seen any fish on bed still. It's just absolutely incredible. Let me get the pliers, get this out. That dude was not going anywhere. Just a nice, beautiful bass. The size is decent, not super dinks, but little meat to their bones. Let's keep on going. From what I can tell, a lot of you really enjoy me telling you exactly what I have here in my hand when it comes to my arsenal. It might be a little redundant, but again, you know, there's always maybe a new subscriber, and I appreciate you all very much. And maybe some of you all have just not seen me throw the shaky head in any of my videos, so I'm going to do this for you. Just as usual, I'm going to go over the arsenal, tell you exactly what I got here. This is the Shaky Head Special, the Lew's Custom Speed Stick. I got a bunch of them. This particular rod is a 7-foot medium extra fast, just a super versatile spinning rod in general. That is a Shimano Stratic CI4 2500. That main line is 12-pound test Sunline SX1 braid, and with an Albright knot, I got an Albright knot connecting about 36 inches of Seagar InvizX 12-pound test. So I got 12 to 12. So that's my shaky head setup, and specifically on the actual bait itself, that's the Owner Ultra Head in 3/16 of an ounce. That's the brown color, and that's the Zoom Trick Worm. And the Zoom Trick Worm's a green pumpkin, was a chartreuse tail. I dipped it in some methylate. I can't remember exactly what it was, but a methylate on the actual chartreuse turned it orange, so I got an orange tip tail. So that's my exact setup. You can go lighter on your shaky head. If you've got a little bit smaller worm, maybe the finesse trick worm that they have by Zoom, or just something a little lighter, go with that 1/8 ounce if you're throwing right up on the banks. But with this size worm, that 3/16 ounce really has a nice slow fall. It lets it flutter in and out of the cover, lets it get in and over rocks and doesn't bury itself too deep. The lighter you can go, the better. When it comes to getting up in some tight cover, it helps keep you from snagging up as much. But for right now, the trick worm, 3/16 ounce, right up shallow in the cover, is working. Oh my God, I cannot believe it, guys. I just picked up the spinnerbait. I put down the darn shaky head for just a minute because I'm on a windy point. First cast with a spinnerbait. Guys, this is awesome. I wanted to do some power fishing today. After all that madness in Florida, this is a nice fish too. He crushed this fish. Crushed this bait. How cool is that? The biggest, I'd say probably the biggest fish of the day on a darn spinner. That's just crazy. I'm kind of speechless right now. Shaky head all day long until I pick up that on a windy point. I came out from the creek and I came out here on somewhat of a main lake point deal and got that beauty. So first cast, and it is shallow up there. I'm telling you, it is mega shallow. And who knows what he or she was doing up there shallow. So let's go ahead and throw onto this point a few more times, see if that that theory continues. So this is just a 3/8 ounce. You know, a lot of my past videos have been throwing a 1/2 ounce. That's just a 3/8 ounce War Eagle double willow. It's a big silver and a small gold, and a pretty neutral natural pattern. The water is a lot clearer here than it was around the bend back in that creek. So this is perfect with this ripple on the water and this little bit of clouds. If these fish are roaming around thinking about doing stuff like spawning or who knows what, there's a light spot right there. There's all kinds of beds everywhere. I don't see any fish on them. So that wind has been coming and going. It's pretty calm right now. I'm glad I got that one fish off that point. That's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and try that again, maybe on the next windy point. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and hit up some of the wood on the opposite side of this lake and see if we're still getting a shaky head bite on. Well, I wish I could get that back to the rightful owner, but I just gained a, looks like I just gained a little chatterbait. So that's a pretty good one too. It's in pretty good shape. All right, folks, well, I may have found my first bass on a bed today. It looks like a pretty big one, and it's just sitting there, nice and green and a little black tip to its tail. I can't tell if it's a bed or if it's just, I don't know what's going on here, but regardless, I'm gonna throw to it. I'm gonna see if I can make it mad. Let's see. There we go. Whatever it was eating it. It put it right in front of its face. It's a nice one. Wow, that was awesome. I don't think this fish was on a bed. It was literally just cruising back and forth and just decided to eat my bait when I threw it in front of him. Man, he is nose hooked so beautifully. stay buttoned. He's not going anywhere. That's a nice fish. How cool is that? I actually did a little sight fishing, but it wasn't even on a bed. He was over here, swam over there by the bush, and I whacked him right off the bush. I saw him turn on it and just suck it in. That is absolutely incredible. Look how well he's hooked. Isn't that incredible? What a great day. It's absolutely been an absolutely awesome day. I'm so glad I broke out the shaky head. Too cool that I got myself a spinnerbait fish, but man, soft plastics, a shaky head, and now a beautiful bass. I might get a little picture of that and then throw it back. Yeah, guys, I didn't even notice, but look at the awesome spots on the tail on this thing. This is a beautiful bass, real healthy, probably a big male, I'm guessing. It could be a female, I don't know. Either way, I caught it. So we're gonna go ahead and put that one back and keep on fishing. So now I can officially say that I've caught fish just thrown up into cover with a shaky head, covered a point with one cast over a point with a spinnerbait, caught that fish, and then now I'm doing a little sight fishing. I'm gonna see if I can find any more while I'm back here. Just stay up super shallow with these polarized glasses of mine and see if there are any more acting like that one. Aha. Guys, casting and looking all at the same time. I'm basically parallel on the bank here with the spinnerbait, and I'm getting a few fish to show themselves. They're kind of coming up and mouthing the bait, and then I end up seeing, when I get over the spot where I saw a fish come after it, I see the fact that there's a cruiser, or in this case, maybe even a little bed right here. It looks like a small fish, but let's see if I can catch him. There he is. There he is, got it. This, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is the most fun thing you could possibly do. Catching cruisers, sight fishing for cruisers. This was not a bedding fish. I basically was throwing the spinnerbait. This fish came up and nipped at it. Once I got up on the spot where I saw him, I looked in the water, he's just cruising back and forth. There's no bed anywhere around here, and he just ate it the second I tossed it right in front of him. Don't be banging into my pelican like that and splashing me. Come here, come here, come here. Awesome, another chunky fish with another beautiful tail. Look at this thing. How amazing is that, guys? Are these fish beautiful in my lake or what? Absolutely amazing fish. So cool. So yeah, he absolutely annihilated that the second I dropped it in his mouth. That's so cool. There we go, right in it, guys, right in the tree. Beautiful, nice one. Nice fish out of the wood. Unbelievable. This wasn't a sight fish. This was just throwing in a cover. Guys, this has been an incredible day. It really has. This is a nice fish. I don't think he's going anywhere. I got him good. Under the chin. He must have nosed down on it, and I buried it in him. There he is. There he is. Another fish. Is there more spots? Look at the spots on all these beautiful fish. He's got a little birthmark on his lower lip, right on the tip of his, and look where he got hooked, right underneath. Deep in that wood. He must have nosed down on it and got it. But check that out, another nice fish, guys. It's a good caliber fish today. Not a whole bunch of dinks, a bunch of chunks. Here we go, right in the wood again, guys. I love it. Oh, a nice one, and a good jumper too. Oh, he got underneath some wood. Get out of there, he's good. Let's see if I can keep this one on, guys. I beat up an entire bank with a spinnerbait and some wind and nothing. Not a single bite on a spinnerbait. I think I just got lucky with that one I got. But I made it out to the main lake, and I'm in a pocket, much clearer water, but they still like this orange tip tail and a chunky bass. He's not going anywhere. You can actually go like that. Look how fat you are, right in the nose. Beautiful bass. Just got here, guys, just got here. Throwing down the shaky head. Another big chunky bass. I don't know how many fish I've caught today, but I've caught a handful. There we go. I knew I had one on there. What is this? Guys, did I just catch a Tiger Muskie? Guys, I just caught a baby Tiger Muskie on my shaky head. I cannot believe what I just got. I thought I hooked one of these earlier. I just caught a Tiger Muskie, guys. A itty bitty little baby, beautiful Tiger Muskie. I can't believe it. Guys, this day is incredible. I've only been out fishing twice, third time including today, since I got back from Florida. And look what I got. I swear I had one of these come up after my spinnerbait earlier, but I hope I can get this guy in here. I think he's gonna come in. Look at that. I just landed a Tiger Muskie, a little itty bitty one. He is beautiful. Oh my gosh, let me get the pliers out. and be really, really gentle with this thing. I do not want to hurt him because I want him to grow up. I definitely want him to grow up. There's one. Perfectly unhooked. Awesome. I'm really, really being gentle with my hands. But look at this, guys. Look at that Tiger Muskie. He's going to jump. I'm going to try and turn him over gently. I'm sure he's going to jump. There you go. All right. Never touched a gill. How cool is that? Tiger Muskie, guys, on a shaky head. Could you imagine? That is cool. So that means 2 years in a row I got myself a Tiger Muskie out of my local lake. Real small one. Hopefully I'll get a big one later this year, but I'm going to take a couple pictures of this and throw them back. All right, guys, isn't that not the most beautiful thing? Absolutely incredible. Tiger Muskie, my local lake, going back. Shaky head Tiger Muskie. Never would have thought. And back he goes. Unreal. What a day. If I'm looking at a Tiger Muskie that itty bitty swimming around in this lake, they must have restocked. They must have restocked this lake with some more Tiger Muskies, which I think is absolutely awesome, because that means we'll just have that much more of a population to play with when they get like that. So how funny. That's just absolutely incredible. Never caught a Tiger Muskie on a soft plastic. So that's something to go into the record book. So let's keep on fishing and see what else we can catch today. Oh yeah, there we go, guys. Sweet, nice fish. That's a really nice one, guys. For the better part of about an hour, I've just been, oh, he gets off. I've just been running this lake trying to look and see what I could find when it comes to spawning activity. And I'm telling you right now, for about an hour, just looking, that's all I did. Yeah, I lost a fish, no big deal. I lose them all the time. We have nothing going on right now. Maybe one pair, absolutely just one pair I saw on a bed in the past hour. So I'm back up on some wood right here by a beaver dam. I just locked into a real nice one. That fish was probably almost 3 pounds. But back to the shaky head. That's been the pattern all day, guys. It's windy, it's been dim and dark. A little bit of misty rain, not much, but yeah, this shaky head bite's been awesome. A little baby Tiger Muskie. Let's try and catch one more fish and call it a day though, because it's getting a little late in the afternoon. I'm getting hungry. A bag of trail mix doesn't quite do it. So let me go ahead and get up on the bank and try and pop one more and we'll call it a night. Okay guys, I got my last fish, but he's hooked up in some wood. Let me see if I can get him out. He's underneath the limb. I can feel him bouncing. If I can get him out, this would be a fun way to sign out. Let's see if he gets out of there. He feels like a decent fish. He's thumping in there. Let's see what happens here. He's buttoned. No way! I can't believe I got this. I cannot believe I got that fish out. Guys, I've been at it for I don't know how long. My arm's soaking wet. I had my oar out just for that little guy. Why not? Just get that last fish of the day because it's getting dark out here. I gotta go. That was like a puzzle getting in around those limbs trying to get that shaky head out and then get that fish out with it. So folks, hell of a day. Not a bad day out here in my local lake. A Tiger Muskie, a bunch of bass, all kinds of craziness going out here in Maryland. I'm glad to be back. As always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out.